All right, we're recording.
Yay.
Lovely. All right.
I'll count down.
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1, record. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast.
New
Episode
episode.
32.
How crazy.
32 episodes, guys. We're halfway to 64.
I still can't believe we're like 30 episodes. Like, that's wild.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Do you hear that?
What?
Wait.
I
stopped.
think you spoke too soon.
Wait,
Yeah,
I stopped
me too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
Shayla?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It sounds like you're losing. Like every time you talk, it's like.
I think it sounds like what happens when like two mics are too close together. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there's like some sort of interference. So I wonder if like maybe you're too close to the computer or like it's your AirPods. I don't know.
Let's see. Hold on.
They're like.
Yeah, I was like. I was like, okay, are we just gonna keep going?
I can't wait to watch this recording because we were like.
Hold on. Let me try playing this.
Shayla, are you recording on GarageBand or did it work on the voice memos?
I'm on voice memos right now. It's working on voice memos, and I just listened to that one back, and it sounds perfectly fine. So I'm wondering if it's like
you sound fine now, like nothing's happening.
Should we just try again?
Try again. Maybe that was just a weird thing.
Okay. Right. So
I'll count down again. All right, and 3, 2, 1, click. Hey guys, welcome back to episode 32.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Oh,
Is it better? No,
it's not. It's like a weird bubbly noise. Like
I don't know if it is picking up in your recording or if like we can just hear it. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Maybe it's because like you have Zoom going, you have the recording going. Maybe stop the recording and then Hannah, you try it and record it on your computer.
So for me to log out of this one and then.
Oh God.
Wait, I don't
Is
know
it bad?
Wait, actually, I don't know.
What
keeps happening.
Let me try this. Do I sound okay now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, it's because I'm recording on my computer.
Try just going on to GarageBand on your computer and recording through that. Because that's what I was doing and my mic didn't freak out.
Done. What the fuck? Hold on.
I look like a boy right now.
Okay, I just saved the recording from I'm like listening back to it. It literally sounds like I'm demonic.
Okay, so you can't hear it. Imagine if you recorded the whole thing like that.
I just went back and I listened to it. Okay, let me pull up GarageBand. I'm so sorry we're taking up so much time.
Oh, it's okay. Hannah, do you have work tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah, I figured. If you don't even get like Christmas Eve off.
Oh, I forgot. It's Martin Luther King.
I did too until the kid's mom texted me and was like, "It's cool tomorrow."
Oh, jeez.
Like, you can stop recording the Zoom too, because
okay.
Actually, it doesn't matter. You could.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it just for now. GarageBand.
I've been listening to the song Heatwave by
Glass Animals.
So much.
Okay, new project.
I'm excited for this topic. I'm gonna pull up the poll.
Yeah.
Did y'all do those style quizzes? I still have to fill mine out.
I have to fill mine out also.
That could be a fun thing we all do together. Just kidding. I actually don't know what I want to get.
Testing.
It was like top
and
or
like
bottom, skirt or whatever.
the last time I did it too, I like specified specifically what I wanted. Like I was like, if you can find me like a pair of these kind of pants, I really want these pants. And then she found them for me. So if there's like a specific like kind of item that you want to, like she'll typically go out and try and find that for you too.
Sweet.
But I'm excited.
Excited for that. Yeah, I'm so happy she wanted to do it.
Yeah.
You can post about it on Insta.
Okay, sorry guys. I'm just trying to get. I've like literally never used GarageBand.
Oh, I can walk you through it if you need me.
Okay, so I opened up GarageBand, right?
Yeah.
And now what?
So now, on the side, it'll have like your audio thing.
Okay. Ooh, wait, maybe
I know.
Maybe
Don't change any settings. It should just be a normal audio. Like, don't click any voice effects or anything like that.
Is
you
your
can drag.
Question, is your like audio like under preferences, like your input device is like your microphone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then output
like,
is system setting.
Yeah, or you can select your AirPods or whatever works. If there's a thing on the side, you can get rid of that too. You can just like click the little sidebar in between, drag it away. Like,
okay.
Like mine looks like this. And then if you click B, that bottom thing goes away. But I mean, that's just preference.
Right.
But yeah, as long as your input is for your mic, that should really be it. And at the top, you want to click off the metronome and the numbers because you don't want the clicking.
Yeah. Okay, let me try again one more time. Okay, let me pretend to record.
Just do a test.
Okay, do you guys hear anything now?
No.
I'm not a thing. Okay, lovely.
Well, cool. I hear you, but
yeah, but no like demonic background noise.
Okay, cool. Okay, we can go whenever you guys are ready. Or well, actually, no, whenever I'm ready. But yeah, I'm ready.
You ready?
Right. And I'm still recording this. Yikes.
The video? That's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to sit down. I'm tomorrow I'm gonna take the day and I might have to go to like a Starbucks or something, and I'm just gonna like upload all the videos that like haven't been able to be uploaded because
okay.
I don't know, my teeth look so yellow.
They really don't.
Oh, I thought you were about to say they really do, and I'm gonna be distraught. Okay. Ready?
No.
3, 2, 1, click. Hey everyone, we're back.
Hello.
We were having some technical difficulties, and I made a joke, and I thought it was really funny, so I'm gonna say it again. Episode 32. We're halfway to 64.
Lovely.
Round of applause for the. It was funny in the moment, but now it's not funny. Guys, I'm really embarrassed.
So am I.
Well, I keep saying the word disingenuine, and that's not a fucking word. The word is disingenuous. And I've been like using it a lot recently, weirdly. And I remember this because I said it in like a podcast or two ago. And when I was going back editing, I was like, that's not a fucking word. But
you could have fooled me because I thought that it was. So yeah.
What's everyone been up to?
Not much. Just another week. I feel like every single week is like going by way faster. Like recording, I don't know. I feel like we recorded like not that long ago. I know it was only a week, but like still. Anyway, no, school started this past week on Wednesday.
I completely forgot that was like even a thing. And I see like some vloggers I follow, they're like back to school. I was like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, back to school.
How's it going?
I mean, like it was like syllabus week. It was like first week, so
It's
it's fine.
last first day ever.
Yep,
Yay.
crazy stuff. I
That's
can't wait
scary
for it to
and
be
exciting.
over. Yeah, but yeah, that's it. That's all I've done this
I
week.
saw
What have
you had another little photo going out in your apartment night. Those are so cute.
So yeah, we did that last night. I was my roommates and my brother came over and we just like chilled out in the apartment. I got some new clothes over the break and I really wanted to like wear them, but I don't really go out anywhere. So
Yeah, the sweater was cute. I really
thank you. I
liked
got it from Nasty Gal. I was really happy with it. Also,
Oh my God.
so
I buy so
deceiving
much of my
because
stuff from there.
no, it was so deceiving. I love Nasty Gal, but the sweater, I ordered it in a medium large thinking I could like, wear it with like a skirt, some tights, and like make
Was
it
it
look really
huge?
cute. No, it was so small.
Oh,
It was
really?
like, yeah, it was like a cropped
That
sweater. I thought it
was
was gonna be like
something
a
that like
dress.
kind of it did shock me when you posted the picture in it, because I was like, I feel like Shayla would go for more of like a big sweater vibe, but I
Yeah.
really liked it.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I really wanted to like return it and like get something bigger, but I love the print, and I also
really cute.
I hate returning stuff. I'm the worst with returning
It's
things.
such a pain. I'm so scarred with I just feel like it's gonna get lost in the mail and I'm not gonna get my money back.
Yeah.
But
So I don't even want to
it's really
waste
cute.
my time trying. Anna,
This
what about
weekend,
you?
oh,
Oh, sorry, go.
we have so many of those moments. Like when I'm going back editing, like multiple of us will go to be like, so what else? And I have like, it's such a common thing we do.
My parents are coming to visit me next weekend, so that's exciting.
Wait, that's so cool.
My dad just turned 70 on Saturday.
Happy birthday, Fred.
Happy birthday.
The big 70. I can only imagine how he feels telling people that he's 70, but like I feel weird telling people that I have a father that is 70 years old because that just sounds like so old. And he said that this is the last birthday that he's acknowledging, and after this he doesn't want to acknowledge anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah, my dad's always been weird about his birthday.
I mean, that's like he's lived through a lot. Like I always think about that. Like he's lived through like every decade almost. Like all the
like a long time.
Like all the cool decades.
Yeah.
Like, I think about that a lot. Like imagine going through like the different time period, like the 50s and then the 60s and the 70s, 80s. And 90s. Like each decade was so drastically different. And like it's
also the stories that you have of him like from
are
from
just
hilarious.
Growing up.
Yeah.
So my mom and my dad are on the boat right now and they're coming back on Tuesday, and they're going to come and see me because they're actually going back to the boat for like 3 months. So this is like the last time I'm going to see them for a while, but this weekend was a lot of fun. It was kind of just like more of a chill weekend. I did a little bit of stuff, but not much. And Connor left on Friday for Key West. So he got there and he's been enjoying it, and I'm going to go see him in a couple weeks, which I'm really excited about. But I think the biggest thing that happened to me this weekend is I got another brand deal, which I'm very excited about. And this one is really huge and I can't wait to like actually talk about it. I don't think I can talk about it. And I want it to be a surprise either way, but it's for a brand that's like, I have heard of them. So they're like, they have like a following already, but they're about to launch their line into Sephora. So they asked me to be a part of the like Sephora collab that they're doing. So
Hannah, that is
I'm
so
really excited.
Cool.
Yeah. Hannah. So it's going to be really fun and I'm super pumped. And so.
Well, congratulations.
I know. Thank you. I'm excited. It'll be good. And I really like this, the brand and like what they're going to be sending me. So that's good. Just hope to be doing more of those in the future. And then today filmed a YouTube video, did some content stuff. So really trying to knock it out.
Busy bee.
Dude, I'm a mess right now. I just spilled my glass of water and there's a ladybug flying around in my room. And I just, hold on.
You're good. Wait, Hannah, that is literally so cool. Also, you are
Yeah.
popping off on the gram right now.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you. I'm
it.
trying. It's
Dude, I know it looks really good.
it's fun. I wish I had more time. Like the
Yeah.
girls that are like, I quit my job, my 9 to 5 to do this. Like I would love to, but
I
like
commend
let's be
them,
honest.
yeah, that's great, but
Yeah.
I need the security.
Yeah, I need the security. Like in my head, I'm like, if I reach a certain amount of like following, or like if I'm actually gonna start getting paid for it, then I would probably consider like making it
For
my full-time
sure,
job. But I'm
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
way,
If I
I'm
was
Why
getting
wouldn't
like a
you?
from
steady
that.
pay, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Um,
it's been good though. I've like been very pleased to see like how many opportunities I've had in like such a short amount of time since I've like put more
I know
effort
you literally
into
just
everything.
started doing this
Yeah.
stuff and you're like doing super
So
well.
yeah, I like just recently started taking it like pretty seriously. So I hope to keep going up from here.
Love it. Love to hear it.
How
Speaking
was
of
your weekend,
Instagram,
Amanda? Oh, well, sorry.
no, I'll just throw this in there. But you know how I think it was last week we talked about like Instagram and how I was like, why do I have so many people following me? Like I don't know. I went through and I blocked like over 1,000, not blocked, but I removed like 1,000 followers.
No, I saw that because
Yeah.
I clicked on your page and I was like, oh shit. But like, do you honestly? I need to like go through and do that with some
Yeah.
people.
And here's the thing is that like I blocked that many people and then I posted a picture and I got the same amount of likes I would have.
Yeah.
Because it's like the majority of accounts I was blocking, like so many were like old accounts that like haven't been active in years. And then a lot of creepy old men, a lot of people from my high school who like I know that they don't like my pictures. So I don't know. And I feel a little more just like I know who's following
you feel
me
lighter
now, and like yeah. And when I like swipe to see who like viewed my story, it's like all names I know. You know, it's
Dude,
not like a bunch of random accounts.
You popped off with that picture though, I must say. And I was so happy that you posted that because you don't really post stuff like that. And I'm like, she honestly needs to be doing more of this. And it looked so good.
So nervous. Thank you.
No,
it looked great.
It looked really good. And I loved the photo that Cara posted of you guys from when y'all like had your little day. It was so cute.
That looked so fun.
It was. She literally just texted me and was like, because she got a bunch of new clothes and wanted to get pictures of them, and we planned to do it like last weekend or something, and then we just didn't. So during the week, she was just like, "Oh, like I got off work at 2. Like, do you want to do something?" And then we just literally went around and took pictures, and it was really fun. And being with Cara
really cute.
Fun, but yeah, it was really fun. So we're gonna do that more often.
So speaking of Instagram, this like group Instagram. Are we like are we like good to talk about it? Is it like supposed to be a secret? I don't know.
I mean, like I put it on public.
Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't like sure, but like low-key the feed is like really popping off and it looks like really good.
So you know,
and like it's the most random photos, but like it all looks so aesthetically pleasing and it looks so nice and I love it.
It gives me life. Like I love it so much.
So you know, on TikTok, like everyone's like, oh my God, make like a spam account with your friends, right? Anyway, so these girls that I follow, and Amanda, I think, and also Hannah, I think you follow a couple of them. They all have like this one spam account. And I was like, this would actually be really fun to like post all of our pictures, like, relist some memes. But I was debating on starting to like tell people sign every time you like post, but I kind of like the mystery behind it of like who's posting.
That one photo.
That too.
That one photo where it was like, haha, I'm in Cara's room, text me. I'm like, who is this? Like sometimes I can like obviously tell, but like other times I'm like, I have absolutely no idea who this is. But I haven't posted anything on it, but I like
you
really
need to
want
get
to
on
start
the you need to start posting it. When I texted
so
I DM'd it to Allie Erickson and she was like, oh my God, stop. Like, this is great. And then she was like, when I told her the password, also, I just like
don't expose our password.
I'm not exposing the password, but she was like, who all has this account? And I had to like list all these people's names. And I was like, this is actually gonna be a lot of fun. But if you want to follow the account, it's called Every Song I've Ever Liked.
Yeah, it's so cute because it's just like, I don't know, it's like we
It's
post
just so like
legit
laid
cute stuff, but
back.
it's like, I mean, like I posted a picture of like my bracelets and like that's, I mean, who cares to see that? But like on this account, it just like makes sense and it's like cute.
Yeah.
And I liked the picture, so I posted it,
Yeah. I'm
Um,
excited about it.
I love it. It's fun. I told my cousin's very much like that style, and I
Oh,
told
I
her
did.
to
Okay, not to
log in.
sound like weird in any way, but I totally stalked your cousin. She's so cool.
Isn't she cool?
So
Yeah,
cool.
she's the best. She's awesome. Fiona, if you're listening, hey girl.
Hey girl,
um,
hey.
Hey girl,
so
hey.
do we want to get into pop culture?
Yeah.
'Cause there's some stuff we have to chat about.
Is that his last name? Portnoy?
No,
Dave
it's
No,
Portnoy.
Portnoy?
I
it's
think I just like,
Portnoy.
yeah, I just didn't care enough
Oh.
to like go
It's
back
like,
and
It's porno-y. Porno-y.
I mean, like if the shoe fits.
yeah.
So basically, he's under like a lot of heat right now for saying some like really fucked up stuff. Granted, he says a lot of messed up stuff like as is,
I was about to
but
say, I'm
there's like
surprised he hasn't been under fire before. Like,
right. There's this video going around of him saying that like if you're a size 4, I think, something like that, you deserve to be oh, I don't want to if I'll ask you guys. Okay, so he literally
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, so I don't even
yeah, I don't
know
either.
what he said.
he literally said if you're a size 4, you deserve to be raped. Like that's what's going around. Yeah, and I didn't know
Oh.
whether or not I wanted to say it on the like podcast without
Well,
like
I
putting
mean,
a little
yeah, I would go ahead. Like,
I can
no
like
issue with
bleep it out.
saying it too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
mean,
don't
yeah,
know,
that's
like
like a
trigger
real
warnings and
thing.
everything. I just like want to yeah. Anyway,
Well,
so that's going around of him and I'm surprised like stuff like this is coming out now of him and I'm not saying like like, better now than like later and everything, but I don't know. I just feel like this man surprised he's just like at the spot that he still is and like still has all this controversial
It's
like
because of like the male following that he has. Like, I don't know like a single girl that's like, I like this guy. It's because like he started Barstool and then from there it like fractioned into like the typical like college frat dude and like those are the kind of guys that like him.
yeah, I mean I
and
know. I just
unfortunately,
like
there's a lot of those out there.
yeah.
And now he
Yeah.
like is doing that podcast with Josh Richards and like I've actually listened to a few episodes and it's entertaining because I really just like it because of the guests that they've had like that they have on and like I think that it's interesting because they talk about a lot of what goes on in pop culture with like absolutely no filter. But yeah, it's also got like a creepy aspect to it because like an episode or two ago they did like fuck Mary kill, but it's different. I feel like when the three of us do it and we're joking versus like an older man doing it, talking about younger girls.
I was about to
Oh,
say
yeah,
because the
that's
age range
completely
is like
Yeah.
really big between like him and Josh Richards, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and like and he yeah, I don't know, it just kind of like was really weird to me the fact that like this guy was like, "Oh yeah, I would like fuck this 18-year-old girl." And I'm like, "Okay, maybe
yeah,
not."
that's where I gotta like draw the line.
Yeah.
So was he like saying that size 4 is big?
I can't
And
remember if
then
it's
like
size 4 or
that's
size
why,
6
or
because if
like,
that's the
I
case,
mean,
like
regardless,
exactly.
like,
I just like I
like
don't
is he
understand.
saying that like skinny fit girls to be deserve to do that, or like big girls deserve? Because like
I
I
think
don't
he
even
was
know
like
what his
maybe
point is.
I think he was like
Yeah, I don't get
insinuating
the
that like a size 4 or like larger is just like not fit enough, like
Either regardless, it's a disgusting thing to say. And
so
it deserves to
disgusting.
be
I'm surprised you guys haven't seen
not in
that. I was
business.
like
No, I
seen a
haven't
good
seen it.
bit
And
of
also
it.
like that like it just is like it makes no sense, first of all, like the actual statement itself, but
Yeah.
also it's like so out of line and like really just I don't know what the right word is, but like I feel like oblivious, because the majority of girls, aside from like the Insta models or the girls that you see that are publicized, you know, within pop culture and social media, like most girls are above a size 4. Like that's just like the typical body type. So it's not like he's hitting like a niche
Also-
group. Like he's hitting like the majority of like
He's
the
pissing
everyday
everyone
woman.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay.
Dude, that's so weird. Speaking
He's
of
so
really
gross.
gross men, Army Hammer.
Dude.
I'm so saddened and upset.
Yeah.
I get sick every time I think of this. So if you don't know already, Army Hammer, like it's been found out that he has like some weird fetishes and weird kinks, and some of it has to do with being a cannibal or cannibalistic thoughts. I don't really know how to say that, but it breaks my heart. And I mean, Timothy Chalamet,
Dude. Okay, so I don't understand. At first, I was like, this is totally like clickbait, a hoax, like someone's just starting another rumor. But then there started like receipts started coming out, and people started posting like more videos, and like I couldn't believe it. And people, you know how he like him and his wife got a divorce like last year, right?
Yeah, like very recent.
Yeah.
I was like so
she dodged
shocked.
a bullet.
Yeah. But they were together for like 10 years though.
She probably knew about it. How could she not? She's
And
probably into it.
anyway,
Shit,
so
might be why they got a divorce.
Ew, that's gross. So apparently he was supposed to go like filming for a movie, right? And he came out and said something about all the heat around this like rumor going around is like he doesn't want to leave his family behind while he goes and shoots a movie for 4 months in a different country. And I was like, is that the reason that you were like removing yourself from this role or this movie to stay home with your family among all of this? Like I feel like if it weren't like such a big deal, if it weren't true, like you wouldn't have to.
Dude, I'm like, I'm gonna be interested to see what his career is like after this, because I'm not an advocate for cancel culture, but there are certain things that I just will not forgive. And like
it's gonna be
this
hard
is
to watch
just
any
one of
movies with
those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
like
really
it's just
hard.
like now I feel like anytime you see him in any
You're
film,
just gonna think that,
past,
yeah.
present, whatever, like that's just gonna be the thought that comes to your mind. Same with like Johnny Depp. When all that stuff came out about him and Amber Heard, it's like I don't look at any movie that he's in the same way. And like he's obviously lost like a ton of jobs because of it, and like rightfully so. But I just think like
I was gonna say,
kind of reached
hasn't
that
she
point
also?
and like I don't know. I've heard there's like been a weird double standard, because obviously like it's been known that like she also beat him and like he beat
I was
her
gonna
as
say,
well. And
no
like
excuses for either.
no excuses for either, but it's definitely like a double standard, I feel like, where it can easily be portrayed that a female being physical towards a guy can come off as self-defense, or it can be kind of like iterated in a very like in various different ways. But then when like it comes out that a man like beat a girl, like that's a little harder to like really
different.
Yeah, it's definitely a double standard. I don't really know like what's been going on with her, but it's like those things that I feel like are so hard for people to come back from. But then I look at people like Chris Brown, for example, who obviously beat Rihanna, and he's gone on to have like a very successful career. So, I mean, who knows like what's going to happen with Army Hammer. But then again, it's very different to like hit someone versus like saying you want to eat them. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm upset because Call Me by Your Name is literally one of my favorite movies, and now it's kind of ruined because obviously the nature of that movie is very sexual. So like that's kind of
also
goes
like
hand in
they
hand.
were supposed to make more movies too. Like what now?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's really weird. And
so weird.
The Social Network. I really love that movie too, and he's in that.
Oh, he's in Gossip Girl too.
He's in Gossip Girl?
Yeah.
Totally did not know that.
Yeah, he's in like a good, like I want to say maybe like 5 or 6 episodes. He plays like one of Serena's like love interests.
Oh, okay, wow. Wait.
Damn.
Yeah.
So crazy.
I know.
That's crazy.
That's how I knew him before I even like saw him in any movies or anything. Like I was like, oh wait, that's the guy from Gossip Girl.
Oh yeah, because you fell asleep when we watched Call Me by Your Name together.
Yes. Sorry. Y'all, I was like trying to watch a movie or something on my couch the other night. I think it was last night, and I was so tired because I had stayed out pretty late the night before, and like I don't really stay out late anymore. And so I literally got home and like ordered food, and I fell asleep on my couch for 3 hours. And then when I woke up, it was just like this massive level of like disorientation, and it was like a whole process trying to get from my couch into my bed. And then I just like woke up, went back out in my living room, and just had like a array of like ruckus that I left behind, like
Oh my
half
gosh.
asleep trying to get back to my bed. But
I was
so
in Atlanta last night. I was hanging out with Tyler and Mary and Emily and Clay.
yeah,
And we went and got some tacos and
nice.
margarita. And we were playing Fuck, Marry, Kill like at dinner, and our waiter was kind of cool. So we like asked him, we were like, okay, we were like asking him different scenarios. And then we were like, okay, come up with one for us. And then he came back with a really good one. So that was really funny.
That's fun.
But we obviously love that game.
So I guess like the next big thing in pop culture that's happened recently is the announcement of the Sex and the City reboot, which I think I can speak for all of us. We're all really excited, but obviously it is kind of bittersweet because it's Kim Cattrall, who plays Samantha, is not going to be coming back for the reboot, which I don't think any of us are really surprised about because it's become very public that she did not necessarily enjoy her time filming Sex and the City. And I know that her and Sarah Jessica Parker have had a lot of issues in the past. And I'm excited for the reboot. It's just, I'm very also apprehensive because it's been so long since they've done anything related to Sex and the City, and like they're a lot older. And I'm not saying that like that's necessarily a downside. It's just like what made Sex and the City I feel like so great is that it was so relatable. And so I'm going to be interested to see how they do it, but I'm definitely excited. So
yeah, I think it's going to be really nostalgic because that show literally like
it's iconic.
Taught me so much. Like it literally got me through a lot too, you know?
Yeah, we're rewatching it in the apartment right now. Like I hear it outside.
Yeah, I started rewatching it after they announced it. It's going to be, I feel like, a while before they come out with it though, because I read a bunch of articles when they announced it, and like the teaser trailer like isn't even really a trailer. Like it's just kind of like snippets of New York City, and then it's like Sarah Jessica Parker's like voice doing some like like audio and stuff. So I don't even think that they've started filming it, so who knows when it's going to be coming to HBO Max, but it is something that they're doing exclusively with HBO Max. And kind of on that note too, another thing, I didn't add this to our notes, but Netflix is releasing a new movie every week for all of 2021. So a new movie every week of the year.
Like a Netflix original?
So some of them are Netflix originals, and some of them are movies that were supposed to premiere in theaters but are not. And so Netflix bought the rights to those movies.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So like there is a movie that I was really excited to see in theaters. It's called The Woman in the Window. And I don't know if you guys ever saw The Girl on the Train or whatever, something like that. But it's kind of like a sequel to that movie. Amy Adams is in it, and like a bunch of really big actors. And it like was supposed to premiere last year, but then, you know, obviously some movies did, some movies didn't. And I know that HBO Max is doing the same thing where all of Warner Brothers movies are going to be premiering on HBO Max and in theaters. So like if you have a subscription to HBO Max, you can watch all of these movies for free essentially. So
HBO Max is like really popping off, like definitely more interesting than Netflix.
I wonder if this is going to be like the future of like streaming, sort of, where like it's going to now become this thing where you're competing more to have like even bigger movies on your streaming service. Cause I feel like it's already gotten so competitive, and then they kind of like found this new direction during COVID and everything. So that'll be interesting.
That's awesome. Let's see. Is there anything else in pop culture? big that we
I
missed?
don't think so.
Oh, the whole thing. I mean, we talked about this before, but with the Kim Kardashian, Kanye, Jeffree thing, obviously that came out as not true. But then like the girl also said like, oh, Kim is suing me. That's also fake. She made that up
Yeah.
too. So
Typical
I like
clout
the clout
chaser.
chaser. I can't. Ooh.
twins.
Ooh.
One thing I want to talk about on our Green and Share It Instagram. So we have another Instagram page. It's literally the only people that follow it are us. Like we just use it for planning for different pictures. That way we can just throw them up whenever. So I was putting some more on there today for the next few posts. And I put up a picture and it's a screenshot from the movie Grease. And it's the scene where she says like don't cry, Sandy, men are rats. Like, and it's, I mean, everyone knows that scene from that movie. And it immediately got taken down. And I got a thing from Instagram that said, this is hate speech and like hate symbols and you can't do it. And I was like, dude, what?
And
Like,
it also said that if you went against community guidelines again, that the account would get deleted.
Yeah, it literally said the account, and I was like, dude, you need to like, what man is running this Instagram?
Yeah, I
like,
was so offended by
thing?
it.
I just like we post so many pictures that say like fuck you and like that doesn't get
Yeah.
taken down. Like something from Greece that's so innocent gets taken down. So ridiculous. I disputed it, but I mean, who knows? But I
Oh,
don't
you
like our
disputed it?
account. Yeah, because at the bottom it was like if this was a mistake, like dispute it. So I clicked that because I was like,
Oh,
dude,
okay.
what?
I
was
thought
like,
that
I
the
don't
only
wanna-
way like it got I thought the only way that something like that happens was if someone reported it, but I guess like Instagram now can track like what your photo is saying. I mean, I don't know like how they would even do that because it wasn't even in the caption, it was in the photo itself.
Yeah, they're like it's so bizarre. And like I kind of understand more if you're like have like 1 million followers or something and you post something, like I can see that being more sensitive because you reach a bigger audience. But this is our just planning account where the only people that follow it are the three of us. So like I don't who is offended by this.
Who hurt you, Instagram? Who hurt you?
Seriously. But another thing on our Instagram, so we follow a lot of other podcasts and they follow us back and we try and support other people. And I got a DM and they were like, hey, and they were like, do you want to be added into this group? We kind of just support each other. So I was like, yeah, add us in. Like, of course, like we'll go through and like this stuff. Dude, this group, everyone was so active and just like saying stuff all the time. And then, I mean, I would go through it and like often like a lot of the messages and like pictures, like as much as I could, but like I'm not on it all day. And like the three of us use the account. Like I'm not always the one who's clicking on that and everything. And then I saw a lot of messages that were like, if you're not active in this, like you're getting taken out, like you, and I was like, shit, like, okay. And I was thinking about leaving it because I was like, this is a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I thought it was just kind of like a nice communal group. I didn't think
that's
it was that
what
big of a
I
deal.
thought it was until we got like the follow-up message that I read today.
Dude, yeah, and the person I guess who made it was like, why are you in my group if you're not active? I was like,
dude,
and I
I've
didn't
had
see
that
it till like hours later, and I was like, I mean, we tried our best, but like we've got obligations, dude. Like, I'm sorry. And so like, I don't know, that just was an example to me of like, not everyone is I don't know, that seemed just like so rude to me. Like, first of all, you put me in that group. Don't expect me to respond to 100 messages a day from a bunch of people I don't know.
It also is just like so disingenuous. Like, wouldn't you rather want
There's
like
There's that word. Disingenuous.
Oh, sorry, disingenuous. It also just feels really disingenuous because wouldn't you want like someone organically and naturally commenting on your stuff rather than like just feeling like they're forced to? I've had that experience with like a lot of the time when I'm doing these like different brand deals and stuff, I'll get introduced to like a lot of other girls that are doing the same kind of thing. And recently I've been like asked to join like different like follow groups, like it'll be like 10 girls in a group and they'll be like, send this to 10 other people, make sure they follow all 10 of us, and then we'll forward it to 10 more people. And I'm just like, y'all, like, if you know, like just put in the work. Like if it happens, it happens. Like you'll make the connections the way that you're supposed to.
Yeah.
So
I literally thought this group message was just kind of like obviously being like a smaller podcast, trying to like grow it, I was like, oh, that's nice. Like everyone will just kind of
Yeah.
like say, hey, I posted, because we'll follow back any podcast account and like we'll go through and just like the stuff, because I think that's cool when people do it. But the accounts that we're most active with are the ones of like the stuff that at least that I like actually enjoy, and I'll like their stuff and comment on it if I'm actually interested. I'm not just
Yeah.
like spamming people on this for the hell of it,
Yeah.
So that group was really weird.
For
and
like,
it's just,
follow back.
Like, it just put a bad taste in my mouth for that account and for whoever was running it, because I was like, the whole situation was weird and kind of rude. So I was like,
yeah.
Glad he took us
Same.
out, I guess, or whatever. But yeah,
The like memes in there were so weird.
Well, should we get into our topic?
Yeah, let's just get right into it. So I don't know how I got on the topic, but the idea of when people say the right person but wrong time, and that just got me thinking, like, do you guys believe in that or whatever? I wrote a ton of it. Actually, let me pull up the Instagram poll, but yeah, tell me if you guys like believe in that or not.
Okay. I read your notes and I personally believe in it, mainly because I don't think it's like as black and white as like people want it to be. I do think there's like gray areas. I think that like if you and your significant other, if like this person that you thought you were supposed to be with, like it just didn't happen to work out, I think like it worked out for the time being, and that's like what their purpose was. And I feel like those kinds of things like lead you to the person you're actually supposed to be with, or like the person you are meant to be in like the long run. I believe in it.
Well, so I don't know if I'm taking this differently, but like I think of it as like right person, wrong time. It's like you and that other person are like sort of meant to be together, but it's like not
the wrong time
for the time being, I guess. Like it will come later on. And typically, I feel like I would be the one to say that I would believe this kind of stuff because I definitely am a hopeless romantic. But truthfully, I've just never seen it firsthand. I've never known this to happen to anyone. And also, in my like previous, I don't know, love life from like relationships, whatever, I definitely did think this with my ex-boyfriend, and then whoops, I was big wrong. But I would also just like to say that like I think that maybe I would be more open to it if like I had friends that have experienced this and I just never have. Not saying that it's like absolutely impossible, but I do think that it's romanticized way more than it should be in like movies and TV. And also, I think that guys use the excuse a lot as like a cheap way to get out of a situation and just be like, oh, it'll happen in the future, and just kind of like hope you forget about it and move on.
It's the modern way of saying it's not you, it's me type thing.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
But as much as I can be like a hopeless romantic, like I don't believe in that. I think it's like a cheap excuse to just like either just be nostalgic about a past relationship, like thinking about it, saying, oh, that was the right person, just the wrong time. Like I don't believe that, because I think if it is the right person, then no, it will be the right time, like no matter what. But our answers on the poll were very interesting. So the first question I asked, it was like, do you believe in the idea of right person, wrong time? And 74% of people said yes, and 26% said no. And then I had a follow-up. So like that's a big difference. So, like people really believe in that. But then the second question I asked, I was like, does this mean that you'll find your way back to one another? And 53% said no. So
that's a little, that like kind of contradicts itself.
Well, because it's like, if you believe that it was the right person and like that is your person and that's who's meant for you and that's what's right, but then you believe that they're not going to come back or you're not going to find your way back to each other, that's kind of a sad way to live. You
My
know
kind
what I
of way of
mean?
thinking about it is like that was the right person for you at the time, for you, like the person you were at the time. Like I think we're
Yeah.
constantly like evolving and
That that I believe in. Like if you're like, oh,
yeah.
that was the right person for that time. But I guess
Mhm.
more so like what I was asking is like I guess more of like, was that the right person, but you broke up, but you'll come back together? And like a lot of people just said, no, like I found my right person, but I'll never see them again. And I'm like, that's
Mhm.
kind of a sad way to live, you
I mean,
know?
I
I think that like I don't know because I personally kind of agree with what you said a little bit earlier, Amanda. Like, if it is the right person, then it will be the right time. Like, if that truly is the person for you, like, I have always lived kind of in every relationship that I've been in as like, I'm going to give this like my all. And like,
Mhm.
I think that if you really wanted someone or if you really wanted something to work out, then you would figure out like every way to possibly make it happen.
Yeah.
And I mean I get it, like it isn't all black and white, also kind of like with what Shayla said. So I feel like I'm more kind of in the middle because I do understand like sometimes people just have a lot of stuff going on, whether it be like personal with their families, you know, and sometimes people can feel like, wow, this person is really someone that I want to be with, but I just can't be in a relationship right now. But then it's like that doesn't feel fair. So I don't really
And
know.
but that to me, if then it's like, I don't know, then to me that's not the right person. You know?
Yeah.
mm,
Like
yeah.
if you know what I mean? I don't know. I
Oh,
just
we
see
could
it as
literally go in
just
hoops about this. I totally agree. But
yeah.
how do you guys feel about that with like platonic relationships?
Personally, I don't know. I've never thought about it in that way. Like as far as like friendships and what have you, I guess like was that I don't know, because I feel like friendships can have different I don't know how to put this because friendships can have different like levels and variations to it, whereas
Mhm.
relationships can too, but like you're either dating someone or you're not, you're either staying with someone or not. Where friends, you can be closer with them at this point in your life and distance yourself and then get back to each other. So I guess I feel differently about it with like
Mhm.
friendships and stuff.
I think that I feel differently about it in the sense that I feel like it makes a lot more sense for romantic relationships to end due to timing. Whereas for me, I feel like if you're someone that's committing to being my friend, then I kind of like expect you to be there through and through.
Mhm.
And I've definitely experienced it where like I've had lulls like in my friendship. Like, I mean, I think that like Amanda and I even had that at one point. Like, there was just a period of time where we really didn't spend that much time together, but like I still considered her a friend.
Yeah, but
And I
we were
still
always friends.
yeah,
Yeah.
but we were always friends. We just didn't spend like as much time together. And then we kind of got to a point to where we were then like constantly spending time with each other. So I think it like varies from time to time. But I think it's important to know that like that person would always be there for you, regardless of what you have going on, regardless of what they have going on. And then I've definitely had friendships where I just knew that this was not the right friendship for me. And I felt like in the moment it served its purpose. But I think that it's important to know that when you've got the right friends or the right partner, you know that that person is going to be on sort of every journey with you throughout like the ups and downs that life throws your
Yeah.
way.
Mhm.
So,
I
I think there's a different
love that
standard,
answer.
obviously, for relationships versus
Yeah.
friendships, you know?
yeah. I think
I
it's a
feel
lot
like
easier. I think it's a lot easier to like get over a romantic relationship. I mean, I don't know. I feel like anytime I've lost a friend, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I've had some very, very bad heartbreaks, but like I think what has always hit me the hardest is when I've lost a friend, because
yeah.
then that's really just kind of like, okay, I really opened myself up to you in a way that I've never opened up to, you know, a boyfriend. And you've seen me at my absolute worst. And like, then it just kind of comes to a head and like you guys just can't make it work anymore. And that's
Mhm.
what I feel like is just like the saddest part is when you've had a friend for so long and then just one day you just don't anymore.
Yeah. I
And
Yeah.
I
think
think
people
it's
don't prioritize their platonic like relationships more than they
yeah.
should. Like I think people need to put more focus on that, but that's just like my personal opinion. Like I think living like with great people around you, especially like having a nice like bond with all of your friends and like you guys are all on the same page, regardless of if you're like, closer at one point and like not at others. I don't think people value their platonic relationship as much as they should.
Yeah, and I think like also I don't know, like I've had times where I've had a lot going on in my life and I've just been like so emotionally drained. And I know like you guys have felt this way before to where even sending a text message at times can like
Yeah.
feel hard and like overwhelming. And I think like that is kind of like important to know because a lot of the time I've felt like someone hasn't been there for me, but then I have to like take myself out of the equation and think, okay, well, what does this person have going on in their life? Because it's like a two-way road. I feel like when it
No, I
comes to
agree with
romantic
you.
relationships and friendships. And I think like regardless of the timing, like if two people care enough, there's like a way to make it work. But I don't know.
Yeah. I just found it really interesting when people believed that, like, in the sense that they could have found their right person, but then, like, they're not
They
going to
just let
find
it
their way
go.
back to each other. Yeah. And then I'm like, so are you just, like, everyone after that is always just going to be your second choice? Like, are you going to get married and then just always still be thinking about that other person in the back of your mind?
I
Like,
mean,
I
they
just
always
think,
have
I
that
don't
saying,
know.
like, they always have the saying, like, the one that got away. But
Mm.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I guess.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I necessarily believe that. I mean, I guess anyone can have someone that they feel like, oh, well, what if I had given it a second chance? Or like, what if I had like done this differently? But like, obviously hindsight's 2020, which is why like I always try and like lay it out on the table and kind of leave situations knowing that I did everything that I possibly could have done.
Yeah.
Because I hate that like what if feeling. Like what if I had put in more effort? Like what if I had made more time? I think it really just comes down to priorities for a lot of people too. And that's kind of where I see like the right person, wrong time. Like you could prioritize a person way differently than they prioritize you.
Yeah.
But what do y'all think about like you don't know you've got like a good thing till it's gone kind of thing? You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of times with guys, it's mostly guys that I've seen that always try and kind of like and I'm not saying always, but in my experience in my personal life and just with friends, I've known guys to really try and like do like a 180 and try and like pick things back up after they've seen the girl
Yeah.
go on and like live her life and like go on to like bigger and better things. And then when I have always asked guys personally, or I feel like the general answer is like, oh, well, I didn't really know how much I cared about you until I didn't have you. And like, that's where I'm kind of like,
I think that's just like a
yeah,
cop
and
out. Yeah.
I think it's a cop out, but I think that's where people confuse oh, wait, well, this is the right person, but that was the wrong time. And I'm like, no, sweetie, like he really,
he's just not not the right
he's
person at
just
all.
not it. Yeah.
No, I used to think that a lot because it's like when I feel like when you look at the past, it's always with rose-colored glasses because like you only remember the good things most of the time, unless obviously if it was like really traumatic. But when I think about certain past relationships, my brain just goes to the good things and like the good times. But then I have to remind myself like the bad kind of outweighed the good, and I just really think if someone's coming back with, oh, like I didn't realize how good it was. It's like, well, you're just lonely now. Like,
Yeah.
sorry, you missed
And also
out.
like I would hope that someone like or the people that we end up with like would value us at the time also. Like I don't know. I don't really care for that excuse.
I also feel like I don't see anything wrong, and I'm also not against like um being with someone, breaking up for maybe like a short period of time and then getting back together, because I feel like it's very common for like I don't know, something to happen and for you to just feel like you need to end the relationship, but then it's kind of like you realize, oh, that was a mistake. I have like experienced that. I mean, like I
Yeah,
dated my
I've
ex-boyfriend
experienced that
twice, and
too.
like it obviously didn't work out the second time either, but I don't regret making that decision to like have gotten back together.
Mhm.
And I think like it's kind of easy, and I feel like a cop out to think, oh, well, I shouldn't have given this person a second chance. And
But I
maybe
mean,
I'm like,
like, I think it's all situational, you know, like at the time you
yeah.
were
And
like,
like,
this works.
yeah. And maybe like what I'm saying is like contradicting myself, because on one hand, I'm like, I don't think that like the right person, wrong time is really a thing. But I'm also saying that I'm not against like dating the same person
No, no, no. See,
multiple times.
I know exactly what you're saying because I wrote down that exact note of like
Yeah.
I believe I don't think that, you know, right person, wrong time necessarily means like a little rut in your relationship where you break up for a
Right.
short period of
Yeah.
time, or like, because I think that if it is the right person, like even if you do break up for a little bit, like you're kind of always in each other's life still, like you never really fully leave each other until you do, type thing. So I don't think like breaking up for a little while and then getting back together is the same thing. Almost of, I guess I'm thinking of it in like a grander scheme of like, oh, I dated this person years ago and then like I don't know, I guess like years and years and years. I guess I'm thinking of it in a bigger time frame.
Mm.
Like, I don't know, Hannah, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you like you and your ex, you like dated in high school, broke up in high school, and then got back together in high school? Wasn't that
Yeah,
how it
so
went?
we were like apart, broken up, like no communication whatsoever for an entire year.
Mhm.
So
See, I feel
there was
like
like,
you're in high school, you're still like kind of around. It's the same people. Like I just feel like
yeah.
that's different, and that's like super normal, with
So
most, especially high
I
school.
had an encounter with my ex-boyfriend for a third, well, actually not even a third time, like I've lost track at this point, but within this past year, like he tried to come back into my life, and
Oh, I
I
thought this was like
thought,
recent.
no, no,
And I
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
what
no, no,
haven't you
no.
told us?
This was back in like the beginning of COVID, like back at the beginning of COVID. And I really
Yeah.
just realized it was because he was home and bored. But like at the time in my head, it was like easy for me to romanticize it and think like, oh, wow, like how nice would it be to think like we went through all of this and like we had all these years where we were apart and we like grew and could
It
like
just
come
Mhm.
comes
back
back full
together.
circle.
But then I'm like, only one of us has actually been doing the growing here. And I'm like,
Mhm.
and I don't know, like it's just such a hopeless romantic thing. And like I would love for that to be true. I mean, like you know, it's romanticized for a reason. You see it in movies and in TV all the time. Like
Yeah.
I wrote down in one of my notes, like a clear example of this that I can think of is Carrie and Big from like Sex and the City. And like
Yeah.
Mhm.
ultimately they
Yes. Oh
did
my
end
gosh.
up together, but like then it's kind of like, was that really the right choice for her? And it's like
No,
when you
he
break
wasn't.
up,
Aiden was the right choice, and everyone knows that. And they put her with Big because it put all this ideas in our heads that
right?
right person, wrong time. And that show,
That was
like,
such a
Yeah.
messy relationship too. Like
no.
And
so
and
toxic, so bad.
that's the thing is that like and I feel like there comes a time where you can only break up with the same person so many times until you have to realize like
It's
it's just
over.
Not
not gonna
working.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I always remember thinking that too, like watching Sex and the City. That gave me so much hope because I was like, oh, like
Right.
that really portrays an accurate, like, right person, wrong time type thing. I'm like, no, the guy's just an asshole, and he's like stringing
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
along, and you keep going back. And not to say that this is like a weak thing to do because people break up and get back together, but it's like at some point, like stop romanticizing your past relationships. It wasn't
I
right.
also
It was just right for the time being. Is how
I
I
I
agree
also
look
with
at it.
think
that
that
term. It's just right for the time being then.
right. Yeah. No, I 100% believe that. I also think that age is really important to take into
Mhm.
account because like think about um I don't know, think about like our experience with guys back in college, high school, and like that's such like a prominent time for guys to just be fuck boys. And like you can think that, okay, well, once this guy gets out of this phase, once he's ready to settle down, like then he's it.
I know, I
And
hate that idea of like, oh, just wait for them to grow up to be like decent
right.
people. Like, I hate that.
Yeah,
Don't
and
wait
like
around for anything.
and I've met and I don't know, I've seen it both ways. Like there are guys that I know now that are older, that are like out like years out of college, have good jobs, and like I knew them like back in college, back in high school, and like yeah, they like messed around with a lot of girls, were like manipulative, definitely played games, and they grew out of that. But like I think that you could really just tell, even under all of the bullshit, when it comes to fuckboys, like if they're actually like good people. I think it's
Yeah.
easy to kind of like see
Decipher.
behind all of the games and stuff. And like my experience is that a lot of the guys that are really in that phase just, I don't know, they're still in that phase.
They're still in the phase.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
a
don't
good
know. I'll
point
keep
to
you guys
make.
updated.
That's a good point to make, because there is a huge difference between someone just being immature and young versus not being the right fit for you as a person.
Right.
I think that
Yeah.
comes along with like being more secure with yourself too, and realizing what the right person is or what the wrong person is. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to think like,
Because
I mean, some people find the perfect person in high school, and that's great, but it's like
right.
people are still pretty mature, so it's a hard thing to navigate. But just as a general like mindset, I think it's an interesting topic, and like I'm definitely a non-believer in
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
I also think it's interesting when, like, I guess timing does play a factor in this, but girls thinking that they can be the one that to change the guy.
Oof.
And thinking that like they can be the one to like make the timing right and to make the relationship happen. And that is a major misconception. Every girl wants to be that girl. I wanted to be that girl, but you never will be that girl. Like it is a 1 in a million chance that you are going to be that girl that can pull this guy out of like the hole that he has dug himself into.
Yeah. I don't like the idea of that also, like being this huge deal and like everyone wanting to strive to be that girl, because like it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Actually, I definitely think that someone can come into anyone's life and improve it and make it better. Obviously, the point of having like a significant other is like for the purpose of making each other happy, but to completely 180 change their life and turn everything around, that's
ideal.
A far cry.
Yeah.
I think that like a lot of this, timing, right person, all of it really is just rooted in mutual effort, and in my opinion. And I know that sounds like so kind of like a no-brainer, but I feel like it's so hard to get that in relationships, and then you finally realize that you're where you need to be when you're getting mutual respect, mutual effort in return. And like that's been a big learning curve for me, is feeling like I was just putting so much effort into a guy, like trying to prove something that I don't really need to be proving. And that was to prove that I was like the right girl for him.
Yeah.
And ultimately, like when you find the right person, like you shouldn't have to prove anything, or you shouldn't really have to like kind of give and not like have anything to show for it. And I think that that's really important, because I think like regardless of what people have going on in their lives, I think that as long as you're communicating and being respectful, then like you should be able to make it work. And if it's the right person, and I know that everyone goes through like really hard times and all of that, but like if you're with the right person, then they will understand that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I guess our best advice we could leave anyone with is, I mean, don't be in a relationship and lead someone on unless you truly are ready to be in a relationship with everything that entails, which is mutual respect and communication an effort, because nothing's going to work if that person or yourself is not ready for a relationship. Even if you don't think about like, okay, I'm going to marry the next person I'm with, but giving it a valiant effort, you know, to at least make it worth both of your time.
Yeah.
Damn, I feel like I just went through like a therapy session.
All of our podcasts have turned into therapy sessions, but even when I need it, so that's good.
Very nice.
I hope everyone enjoyed this episode. I sure did.
Yep.
But
it was awesome.
Bye, everyone.
As always, thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
See you later.
See ya.
Swag.
Guys, I totally forgot to tell you. Let me end the recording.
You have a boyfriend.
Let me end the recording.
Wait, you have a boyfriend?
No.
Oh, I was like, what?
No.
Why? What?
I don't have a boyfriend, but thanks for thinking that might actually be true. No, hold on. Let me save this. So last night